As I walk, hear the whispers of the damned. Shadows gather at my feet like they obey a silent command. Rooms ignite beneath my steps, I feel the pull of ancient hands. If the void reveals its will, I follow where it stands. Cursed wind humming like a choir in a dead shrine. Hear the rustle of the bones buried deep inside the dark pine. Every echo in the night align perfectly with my spine. Like the world trying to tell me that the stars no longer shine. Old lips glare faint when the moon rises crooked. Air tastes metallic like a prophecy, I overlook it. I walk slow through the mist where the curse once stood. Feel the dark press down like it's swallowing it good. Oath marks glow dim on the stones in my pathway. Shapes move steady in the haze when the rest wait. Night so loud I can hear what the past say. Standing in the threshold where the world's halfway. Under blackened skies I walk, hear the whispers of the damned. Shadows gather at my feet, they obey a silent command. Rooms ignite beneath my steps, I feel the pull of ancient hands. If the void reveals its will, I follow where it stands. Dark chants rise from the cracks in the old stone. Feel a cold grip, trace circles on my bare bones. See the silhouettes wash when I stand alone. Hear the ground breathe slow with a deep tone. Fire flicker blue in the night shift. Hear a distant horn, I'm in a tight drift. Fog guard breathe like it's trying to give a slight gift. Like a lapse back heavy with a dark lift. Symbols pulse red when the path bends. World feel thin where the lights in. If the abyss call out, I don't pretend. I step in calm, I don't break, I transcend. Let the rooms away, let the ground shake. If the void partake, I enter unafraid. Oh! Under black skies I'll walk, hear the whispers of the damned. Shadows gather at my feet like they obey a silent command. Rooms ignite beneath my steps, I feel the pull of ancient hands. If the void reveals its will, I follow where it stands. In my head, static drown out everything I said. Hollow thoughts circle painted in red. I don't fear death, I fear what I bred. Black hole hum somewhere under my skin. Every dark truth echo deep within. Mind split sharp like a serrated sin. Nothing feel real but the noise and the spin. Cold glitch rise like a ghost in my brain. Patterns collapse then reform again. Silence hit harder than the heaviest pain. Living in loops I can never explain. White fog crawl in the back of my sight. Pulse turn thin in the absence of light. Thoughts mutate when the tension ignite. I breathe in fear, exhaled in the night. Dead to bleed through the cracks in my head. Static drown out everything I said. Hollow thoughts circle painted in red. I don't fear death, I feel what I bred. Dead to bleed through the cracks in my head. Static drown out everything I said. Hollow thoughts circle painted in red. I don't fear death, I feel what I bred. Dim wise twist through the depth of my chest. Old memories rock where the shadows nest. Chaos speak loud when my mind unrests.
truth turned toxic, never confess. Dark post flicker like a broken sign. World been wrong when I crossed the line. Identity glitched and refused to align. I exist halfway, undefined by design. Burnt thoughts drift like a dead right. Heavy is the calm in the core of the spite. Nothing in the dark ever feel right. Still I stay steady, feeding on the night. That'll bleed through the cracks in my head. Static drown out everything I said. Hollow thoughts circle painted in red. I don't fear death, I feel what I bred. Faint lines shimmer where my thoughts decay. Nothing feels solid but the ash outweigh. Glitches in the dark rearrange my sway. I lose myself in a coded display.
Faint lines shimmer where my thoughts decay. Nothing feels solid but the ash outweigh. Glitches in the dark rearrange my sway. I lose myself in a coded display.
Cold trace circle in a hollow vein. Fragments rewrite in the quiet pain. Patterns collapse when the frames constrain. I see old truths to the void maintain. Static worn visions flicker out of phase. Memory distorted in unfamiliar ways. Logic corrode when the insight rays. I drift through shadows of forgotten days.
Hex code hum in a fractured core. Me and unravel at a threaded score. Silence reveal what I can't restore. Dark matter glow then ask for more.
Faint lines shimmer where my thoughts decay. Nothing feels solid but the ash I obey. Glitches in the dark rearrange my sway. I lose myself in a coded display. Gray pulse a shift in a narrow trance. Fear displaced in a spectral dance. Soul goes thrive when the doubts advance. Everything tilt at a slanted stance.
Become caught through a silent mind. Truth detached from the former sign. Fragments converge and slip behind. I chase a version I never defined.
Dead light bend in a ritual tone. Voice speaks soft in a monochrome. Thoughts fall quiet, skin to bone. Hide the dark like it's carved in stone. Faint lines shimmer where my thoughts decay. Nothing feels solid but the ash I obey. Glitches in the dark rearrange my sway. I lose myself in a coded display.
Black jeans, warm boots, rain hitting on the pavement. Mind stuck deep in a place with no engagement. People talk loud, but I move in displacement. Never show fear, only quiet observation. City got a hum that you hear when you stand still. Life got a weight that you feel when your hands chill. Pain never leave, it just settle in and stand still. So I walk slow, letting fate do what fate will. Eyes half open, but I see through the whole scene. Everything feels distant like a bad dream. Thoughts too heavy for a light thing. Cold heart beating to a dark. Cold nights, hood up, I'm quiet through the street. Shadows crawl behind my back like they've been tracking every beat. Every thought's inside my coat, I let them drag me underneath. If the darkness want my time, I'll give it all, I let it eat. Step slow, every echo feel like ghost talk. Mind wrong, every time feel like a cold walk. Think slow, every scar got a bold chalk. night glow, but the streets still a stone wall. Yeah, I don't trust eyes when they watch slow. World full of fakes tryna act strong. Heart stay numb like a dead gone. Life hit hard, but I stay on. Voices in my head say move low. Wind in my face say don't show. If the world try push, I don't go. Stand like a wall in a deep snow. Feel the night breeze slow. Feel the cold take hold. Hit the dark get bold. I don't fold, I don't fold, I don't fold. Cold nights, hood up, I'm quiet through the street. Shadows cover on my back like they been tracking every beat. Heavy thoughts inside my coat, I let them drag me underneath. If the darkness want my time, I give it all, I let it eat. Cut the cord, let the system die. Static in my skull when the circuits fry. Pulse run cold, but the thoughts multiply. If I lose my grip, then I amplify.
Rise in my blood, start to twist, unfold. Feel my jaw lock when the temperature's cold. Every dark habit that I once controlled now break loose fast when the pressure unfolds.
Scratch at the walls in my own damn mind. Never been safe, I was born misaligned. Tried to cage me in, but the lock declined. I infect the code with a new design. Iron in my breath when the dread kick in. I don't chase help, that's a guaranteed sin. Every fake friend wanna see me thin, but I bloom in the dark like a toxin twin.
Cut the cord, let the system die. Static in my skull when the circuits fry.
Pulse run cold, but the thoughts multiply. If I lose my grip, then I amplify.
Cut the cord, let the system die. Static in my skull when the circuits fry.
Pulse run cold, but the thoughts multiply. If I lose my grip, then I amplify. In my bones when the gears misfit. I've been walking on the edge where the shadows sit. Try to drain my will, but I won't submit. I break through walls like a fault line split.
Did I stare when the fog rolled in? Crawling through the dark just to shed my skin. I don't fear loss, I don't fear sin. I fear nothing cause I'm built too thin.
Metal scrape loud in an empty hall. You don't see a threat till you see me fall. If I rise back up, I erase it all. I become the glitch that corrupts your call. Cut the cord, let the system die.
Static in my skull when the circuits fry.
Pulse run cold, but the thoughts multiply. If I lose my grip, then I amplify.
Cut the cord, let the system die. Static in my skull when the circuits fry.
Pulse run cold, but the thoughts multiply. If I lose my grip, then I amplify. Cold breath hit when my voice come through. Your whole mask break, nothing left of you. One short phrase, make the room unglue. Silence too loud, that's your final cue.
Black pose drape in my chest like a weight. Your thin pride crack at the first sign of fate. Talk real big, but your core too late. I speak raw truth, making nerves vibrate. Sharp tone slice like a dough blade press. Your false rage die when the vibe turns stress. Calm stare land, having nothing to address. I cut through noise with a single finesse.
Dark thoughts coil slow in a tight chain. Your weak claim drown in the sound of disdain. Heat rise fast when I drop my disdain. One cold bar and it crush your domain. Cold breath hit when my voice come through. Your whole mask break, nothing left of you. silence too loud, that's your final cue.
Gray smoke curled in from a crack mind burst. Yo, loud flex slip, it was doomed from the first. Truth that I spit hit raw unrehearsed. I talk too little but the damage reversed. Ash tone hang like a dead weight crush. Your bluff drain out when the beat lose rush. Fear creep quick when the tension hush. I don't raise voice, don't need to fuss. Stone hot calm with a venomous trace. Your shadow shrink small when you see my face. No grand threats, just a cold embrace. One line in your whole misplaced race.
Cold breath hit when my voice come through. Your whole breath break, nothing left of you. One short phrase, make the room unglue. Silence too loud, that's your final cue. Dark tone slides through the room like a curse. Your loud mouth shake when the truth get worse. One cold line, put your pride in a hearse. I speak pure venom, no need to rehearse. Never know, never know. Black rage cold tight like a steel chain snap. Your fake flex crumble at the first small clap. Low voice bruise ego like a heart attack. I drop one ball, make the whole crew crack. Rust breath hit deep like a toxic cloud. You're tough, act in it, break out loud. Ice cold grin, tear fear from the crowd. Small words heavy, never watered down. Dead compost slow like a clock in pain. Your weak claim show nothing to sustain. Truth cut raw through your whole campaign. I stay unshaken, pressure in the brain. Slice through the room like a curse. Your loud mouth shake when the truth get worse. One cold line, put your pride in a hearse. I speak pure venom, no need to rehearse. Shot mine cold deep like a lotus. Spring your whole stance fall, can't hold a thing. Cold truth stab quick with a blunt sting. I say one phrase, let your fear take wing. Ash breath drift low in a dead hush. Yo tough, dry out like a weed crush. No fake spark, stand with my words. Rush, you fold too fast, every move too lush. Hating that's deep in the back of my skull. Your thirst turn dumb when the vibe get dull. Iron tone land hard, never play foe. Silence hit strong, make your fear go forward.
Been like this too much. Been like when we but brothers too much. Trying to do this. Shoot them with this, but just too much niggas too. Been like when we but brothers too much. Trying to do this. To my niggas to my head. To my niggas to my head. To my niggas to my head. To my niggas to my head.
Yeah. Emma. Dark mind, cold grand pressure in my chest. Low tone, sharp edge, nothing to confess. You play bold, break quick, couldn't handle stress. I speak once, cut deep, leave a heavy mess. Black dots swirl tight like a steel cord. Calm face, hide things you can't afford. Your whole act fall flat, looking overboard. I keep quiet, but the silence hit like a warlord. Rage locked in my veins like a red spark. You show fear every time that the beat dark. Fake tough talk crack when the truth mark. I stay cold, every word like a death mark. Heat rise in the room when the vibe switch. Your crew shake when they hear how my words pitch. One glare turn the whole scene glitch. You chase clout, but your coverage too rich, yo. Dark mind, cold, grin, pressure in my chest. Low tone, sharp edge, nothing to confess. You play bold, break quick, couldn't handle stress. I speak once, cut deep, leave a heavy mess. Leave a heavy way. Leave a heavy way.
Storm trapped in my skull like a K-shake. Your bluff thin like a glass you can unbreak. Lines hit heavy, no room for a mistake. Fear spread quick like a wave when the stakes wake. Comrades sitting low like a loaded shell. You bark loud but the sound never ring well. I talk less but the tone like a cracked bell. Truth cut sharp, every lie got a burnt smell.
Mind sharp like a blade cut from motion. Dark thoughts press deep from the world spin. Your pride fall fast, wasn't built thick within. I stay grim, never been, that's the way I win. Dark mind, cold grin, pressure in my chest. Low tone, sharp edge, nothing to confess. You play low, break quick, couldn't handle stress. I speak once, cut deep, leave a heavy mess. Leave a heavy mess. Leave a heavy mess.
Static in my mind, form a crooked sign. Patterns in the dark, redraw my spine. Every single thought, cross a broken line. Nothing in the void, ever feel divine.
Go home, seep through a hollow frame. Truth feel foreign when the shapes reclaim. Memory loop back under a ghost like flame. Identity warp never stays the same. Digital dust coat the edge of my fear. Voices in the hum chant reappear. Logic fall apart when the code unclear. Silence grows sharp, cut from ear to ear. Blackleaf fries from the static core. Pulse break rhythm on a phantom score. Everything I touch feel cursed to the floor. Still I push on through the mental war.
Static in my mind, form a crooked sign. Patterns in the dark, redraw my spine. Every single thought, cross a broken line. Nothing in the void, ever feel divine. Thin strings pull at the back of my soul. Old nickels thrive where I lost control. Meaning decay in a cursed console. Dark math carve out a hidden role.
While you're some deep in a quiet trance. Past selves glitch in a looping dance. Reason collapse at a single glance. Nothing remain but the circumstance. Hex code drip through a fractured vein. Shadows align when the lights constrain. Truth unravel with the cold disdain.
I stay intact in the mental rain. Static in my mind, form a crooked sign. Patterns in the dark, redraw my spine. Every single thought, cross a broken line. Nothing in the void, ever feel divine.
Slow steps, not be watching how I move. Every echo from behind sound like someone in pursuit. Heavy thoughts in my hood, they the only ones I trust. Hit the darkness, want me closer, I don't run, I let it pull. Slow steps, not be watching how I move. Every echo from behind sound like someone in pursuit. Heavy thoughts in my hood, they the only ones I trust. Hit the darkness, want me closer, I don't run, I let it pull. Long road, cracked stone, sneakers soaked from old rain. Eyes red from the weight that been living in my brain. City feels silent, but the silence scream pain. Every breath hits sharp like a cut from a chain. Street lights flicker like they scared of what walk near. Shadows stretch long every time I sense fear, but I keep my pace slow, make the dark come clear. Seen too much to pretend that the world's sincere. Hands cold, but the mind keep heat tight. Thoughts bold, never bow to the street fright. Not so, but I walk 'em with a still sight. Hold close, every scar from my past fight. Yeah, slow steps, not be watching how I move. Every echo from behind sound like someone in pursuit. Heavy thoughts in my hood, they're the only ones I trust. If the darkness want me closer, I don't run, I let it pull. Cold breath leaking when I exhale. Heartbeat rough like you're trying not to derail. Life got claws, if I slip it impale. But I stand tall even when my whole ship fell. Trees drown sound when the rain fall. Every corner high truths that the brave start. Let the world push back, I don't break, I don't crawl. I've been built in the dark, I don't fear the night's call. Eyes low, watch the road with a dead calm. Pain grow, but I treat it like a set norm. Wind blow, but I move with a slow arm. World cold, but it never made my slow harm.
Let the cold wind speak, let the night grow bleak. If the world feel weak, I stand firm, I don't leave.
Slows, not be watching how I do. Every echo from behind, sound like someone in pursuit. Heavy thoughts in my hood, they're the only ones I trust. If the darkness want me closer, I don't run, I let it move. Slow stairs, not baby, wait, I can move. Every echo from behind, sound like someone in pursuit. Let the system ride. Mind in a loop, but I feel no shock. Heart run cold like a dead padlock. Break my frame and I rebuild stock. Pulse go static when the lights go black. Thoughts turn sharp like a wire cut crack. I don't need sleep when the dread attack. I've been living in a place where the walls talk back. But I like it taste when the stress unfolds. Every bad habit that I bury grows old. You don't know me, you just know what you're told. I shed my skin when I overload. Hear that hiss when my lungs turn dry. Fear don't stick cause the panic won't fly. You want truth, I'd rather deny. I burn my past just to amplify. Let the system rot. Mind in a loop, but I feel no shock. Heart run cold like a dead padlock. Break my frame and I rebuild stock. Circuit in my chest on a countdown mode. Brain glitch out when the pressure reload. Try to keep calm, but the thoughts corrode. I bleed out noise like a corrupted note. Shadows creep in with a sharp incline. On my own ghost walk a straight line. You don't want truth, you want a design. But I spit out rules you can't define. Wires get tight when the fear kick through. I don't chase life, I just break what's due. Erase my mind, I'll return brand new. I'm a self-made glitch that the world outgrew. Burn my past just to amplify. Let the system rot. Mind in a loop, but I feel no shock. Heart run cold like a dead padlock. Break my frame and I rebuild stock. Shut down quick when the code runs thin. Mind glitch out, but I don't give in. Break my form just to shed my skin. If I fall once, I restart again. I restart again. Cold glow hits when the gears misalign. Rust in my lungs like a factory sign. Thoughts turn red when I cross that line. Every dark impulse now redesign. Metal scrape loud in a hollow room.
room. I bloom in the dark like a wide out bloom. Burn my sanity out with a quiet boom. I feed off chaos like I'm built for doom.
No comrade when the cycle reset. I don't want peace, I ain't learned that yet. Fear don't hit when the nerves upset. I cut my limits like a dead chipset.
Shut down quick when the code runs thin. Mind glitch out but I don't give in. Break my form just to shed my skin. If I fall once I restart again. I restart again. I restart. Aesthetic in my spine, make my hands twitch fast. Never been safe, never built to last. You run from the truth but I face it cast. Turn my whole past into broken glass.
Circuit in my skull, start to leak raw noise. I don't feel joy, I destroy false boys. Pull apart master the world employees. I was born in the void with the glitch bomb boys.
Pressure in my bones when the dark compress. I tear through fear like a system stress. You try keep up but you can't process. I break each thought till there's nothing to address. Shut down quick when the code runs thin. Mind glitch out but I don't give in. Break my form just to shed my skin. If I fall once I restart again. I restart again. I restart again. Black lines shimmer where my thoughts distort. Cold truth flicker in a wordless report. Memory fracture in the shapes too short. I drift through signals I can't abort.
Yeah. Hollow posts crawl through a thinning frame. Shadows rewrite what they can't reclaim. Sense break down in a glitch-born game. I feel my name, but it's not the same. Great noise hum in a narrow tear. Old doubts rise when the edge is near. Meaning collapse under quiet fear. I watch myself like I'm not even here. Paint scripts carved through a muted chest. Dead light echo when the thoughts infest. Truth degrade and it's something compressed. I face the void and the void impressed.
Black lines shimmer where my thoughts distort. Cold truth flicker in a wordless report. Memory fracture in the shapes too short. I drift through signals I can't abort.
Dim static ripple in a broken sway. Past selves linger in a slow decay. Every dark thought find its own way. I breathe the silence, let it overlay. Coldly flow through a trembling mind. Wires replace what I can't rewind. Fear unfold in a pattern blind. I lose my shape to the undefined. Black hum rise from a fading core. Pressure expand in a quiet roar. Nothing inside feel like before. I meet the depth and step in more.
Black lines shimmer where my thoughts distort. Cold truth flicker in a wordless report. Memory fracture in the shapes too short. I drift through signals I can't abort. Crush my thoughts when the wires twist. Cold jaw lock when the shadows hiss. Tear through fear with the metal fist. If the code corrupts, I cease to exist.
Teeth grind static when the frame collapse. I walk through dread like a system lapse. Every false hope that your mind perhaps turns to ash fast when the signal snaps.
Rust in my veins start to pulse on cue. I don't want calm, it was never true. You feel
go sharp when the stress reboots. I swallow noise just to mute the roots. Tear through shells like a beast computes. I feed off chaos when the dread salutes. Mind split twice when the pressure peak. I don't want peace, that's a coward streak. Every dark whisper that you call unique, I turn into fuel when the system weak. Skull plate ring with the harsh rebound. You chase light, I absorb the sound. When the world glitch out and the floor unbound, I stand dead still while you hit the ground. Codes unlock when the shadows hiss. Tear through fear with a metal fist. If the code corrupts, I cease to exist. I stay with purpose, never break my pace. Cold in my breath, no fear in my face. Hands stay steady when I clear my space. Cross that line, you get replaced. I stay with purpose, never break my pace. Cold in my breath, no fear in my face. Hands stay steady when I clear my space. Cross that line, you get replaced. Shadow on my shoulder, but I walk upright. Calm in my tone, but the truth ignite. You speak too loud for a member, no bite. I talk one time and the whole damn night. Heavy thoughts move like a drill through bone. I don't need help, I survive alone. Your whole crew fold when the real gets shown. Strength ain't loud, it's a deeper tone. Walk in my chest, but the steps still firm. Every slow turn make the weak confirm. I don't chase threats, I let them squirm. My silence hit harder than your biggest term. I stay with purpose, never break my pace. Cold in my breath, no fear in my face. Hands stay steady when I clear my space. Cross that line, you get replaced. Ice in my voice when the night feel grim. Nothing in my stance ever look too slim. You act real tough till the lights go dim. Then fold a nap when the shadows swim. Deep cuts there make your bones skip clean. I don't need rage, I work unseen. Talk all you want, your words routine. I break your pride like a vending machine. Old pain taught me how to stay unmoved. Pressure in my walk, keep the tension proved. Everything you claim I already removed. I don't do threats, only outcomes approved. I stay with purpose, never break my pace. Cold in my breath, no fear in my face. Hands stay steady when I clear my space. Cross that line, you get replaced. Steps I walk along through empty blocks. Heavy drip behind my back, I hear the whispers of the lost. Dark rain dripping slow, it's painting halos on the dust. If the night gon' take me, hold and let it take me when it must.
Ice rain's cold, steps I can run through empty blocks. Every breath behind my back, I hear the whispers of the lost. Dark rain dripping slow, it's painting halos on the dust. If the night gon' take me, hold and let it take me when it must.
Mind locked up in a cage I built. Thoughts run wild like a blade that tilt. Street lights flicker when the fear gets real. And I move like a shadow that forgot how to feel. Footsteps echo in a long cold hall. Every choice that I made the night grow tall. If I fall to the floor, I'ma crawl. Cause the dark never cared who you text when you fall. Steps I walk along the empty blocks. Heavy breath behind my back, I hear the whispers of the lost. Dark rain dripping slow, it's down my handles on the dust. If the night gon' take me, hold and let it take me when it must.
like a bomb tick. One wrong word and the world lives. Dead roads, no signs, just go in. No trust, every beat I got a bow grin. If fate won't beef, I'm a foe sin. Walking through the dark to my bones in.
Night talks to me softly, tells me who I might be. If the dark don't want me, then the void will haunt me.
Ice rains, cold steps, I walk alone through empty blocks. Heavy breath behind my back, I hear the whispers of the lost. Dark rain, dripping slow, spanking halos on the dust. If the night gon' take me, hold and let it take me when it must.
Black mist, rise on my mind unleash. You spit threats but they sound like a weak screech. True hit hard when I preach my peace. Your whole mass crack in the fear release. Low breath, chill rooms like a frostbite wave. Your pride sink deep, nothing left to save. Calm tone, kill hype that you always crave. I speak raw facts, make the whole crowd cave. Stone heart pressed down like a heavyweight. Your thin spine tremble when I dictate. Bluff fall flat, never hold in a real debate. I keep cold focus, never slip in a hate.
Boys trying out every fake good play. Cold boys trying out every fake tough claim.
Cold voice trying out every fake tough claim. Sharp tongue hit fast when I carve your name. Fear spread quick when I enter the frame. One wrong word and you burst in flame.
Boys trying out, boys trying out, boys trying out, boys trying out bang.
Dark green show teeth when the tension peak. Your whole squad freeze, every stance look weak. Tone drop low, make your confidence leak. I spit one line, you collapse in a week. Pure wrath, sleep deep, never out of tune. Your loud act fade like a weak monsoon. Cold truth, strike hard like a steel harpoon. I speak, you break, looking gone too soon. Great rage glow, fang through a cracked soul. Your fake rage die quick, never took a toll. I hold silence, let the dread take control. You hold nothing, never had a real role. Cold voice drawn out every fake tough claim. Sharp tongue hit fast when I carve your name. Fear spread quick when I enter the frame. One wrong word and you burst in flame.
Boys trying out, boys trying out bang. Boys trying out, boys trying out bang. Boys trying out, boys trying out dang. Boys trying out, boys trying out dang.
Faint line shimmer with my thoughts decay. Nothing feels solid but the ash I obey. Pictures in the dark, rearrange my sway. I lose myself in the coded display. Faint line shimmer with my thoughts decay. Nothing feels solid but the ash I obey. Pictures in the dark, rearrange my sway. I lose myself in the coded display. Code trace circle in a hollow vein. Frame is rewrite in the quiet pain. Patterns collapse when the frame's constrained. I see your truth that the void maintains. Static born visions flicker out of phase. Memory distorted in unfamiliar ways. Logic corrode when the insight rays. I drift through shadows of forgotten days. Excode hum in a fractured core. Meaning unravel at a threaded score. Silence reveal what I can't restore. Dark math echo then ask for more. Faint line shimmer when my thoughts decay. Nothing feels solid but ash I obey. Glitches in the dark rearrange my sway. I lose myself in a coded display. Great pulse a shift in a narrow trance. Fear displaced in a spectral dance. Soul goes thrive when the doubts advance. Everything tilted a slanted stance. Bleak come carved through a silent mind. Truth detached from the form assigned. Fragments converge and slip behind. I chase a version I never defined. Deadlight bend in a ritual tone. Void speaks soft in a monochrome. Thoughts fall quiet, skin to bone. I hear the dark like it's carved in stone. Faint lines shimmer when my thoughts decay. Nothing feels solid but ash I obey. Bitches in the dark rearrange my sway. I lose myself in a coded display. Way. I lose myself in a coded display. I lose myself in a coded display. Steps echo through a dead end block. I don't raise voice, real power don't talk. Your whole attitude built on mock. I read your fear like a broken clock. Thick air shift when I change my pace. You try act bold with a borrowed face. Your words lightweight, they don't leave in trace. One hard stare make your pulse a race. Real ones move with a silent creed. I don't need smoke, I don't need speed. Strength ain't noise, strength is what you bleed. And I stay calm while you concede. Walk with a purpose, never look behind. Calm in my breath, but it warm my mind. You talk about strength, I redefine. Cross my lane once and you lose your spine. And stay ready, but they never shake. I don't chase beef, I let tension bake. Your tough guy act easy to break. I for the myth with a single take. Dark street hum when my boots touch ground. Whole room shift when I turn around. No need to shout, I don't make sound, but you feel the threat in the space I bound. All pain forced me in a ruthless way. Taught me how grown men move and stay. You try too hard just to look okay. I show up once you step away. Walk with a purpose, never look behind. Calm in my breath, but it warm my mind. You talk about strength, I redefine. Cross my lane once and you lose your spine.
Step too close and your breath turned thin. Calm on my face, but the storm built in. Streets know well when my foes walk in. Once I show up, they don't walk again. Step too close and your breath turned thin. Calm on my face, but the storm built in. Streets know well when my foes walk in. Once I show up, they don't walk again.
Hard look cut through a loud man quick. I don't raise voice, that's a weak man's trick. Every slow word that I choose to pick hit more deep than your whole click stick. Hands don't shake when the vibe go wrong. Fear in your stance, been there too long. You talk real tough, but you not that strong. I'll break your pride if you tag along. Thick boots drag on the concrete floor. One sharp turn and you freeze at the core. Pressure ain't loud, it's the weight you ignore. I walk too calm for you to explore.
Step too close and your breath turned thin. Calm on my face, but the storm built in. Streets know well when my foes walk in. Once I show up, they don't walk again. They don't walk again. They don't walk again.
Feel tight when my shadow spread. You lose your voice when your thoughts turn red. I don't need weapons, I break what's said. Most of your courage just lives in your head. Every slow blink make your posture drop. You think you strong, but the truth flip-flop. You bring loud threats, but they never pop. I walk through noise like it's just backdrop. Old scars talk when the wind blow through. Taught me how real men move on cue. Talk all you want, I see right through. Your whole damn myth won't save you. Ooh.
Step too close and your breath turned thin. Calm on my face, but the storm built in. Streets know well when my foes walk in. Once I show up, they don't walk again. Like a venom in the code. Pressure in my mind, I'm about to overload. Run another cycle just to keep me in control. Break another limit, I don't do what I'm told.
Steady stake in my chest, let it rise, let it burn. Thoughts spin fast, every second take a turn. I've been walking with a shadow that I never could discern, and the fire in my stomach make the whole world churn. Feel in my bones when the gears twist tight. Mind locked in, I don't need no light. I erase every doubt when I step in the fight. If I lose one day, then I die that night.
Sharp teeth grin when the cold corrupt. I've been hiding every weakness just to self-disrupt. Every trick in your game is a file I dumped. Every fear that I have been already slumped.
I feel it in my veins like a venom in the cold. Pressure in my mind, I'm about to overload. Run another cycle just to keep me in control. Break another limit, I don't do what I'm told.
Hear the glitch in my voice when the wires misfire. I don't chase dreams, I devour desire. Try to slow me down, get caught in a tire. Everything you built gets set on fire.
Binary posts in my shattered brain. Every broken thought form a metal chain. Dragging through the dirt just to feel no pain. Turn another screw till I split the frame.
Hollow in the chest, but the will too loud. Static in the air when I face the crowd. I was born in the dark and I stand on bold. If I fall this time, I don't hit the ground.
I feel it in my veins like a venom in the cold. Pressure in my mind, I'm about to overload. Run another cycle just to keep me in control. Break another limit, I don't do what I'm told.
Walk slow, dark eyes, I don't play with the weak. Low voice cut deep every time that I speak. You bark loud, loud, but your energy cheap. One step wrong and you're falling asleep.
Extreme moves when I slide in the shade and stay calm, but they ready for the fade. You talk tough, but the act never paid. Pressure on your chest when my shadow invade. Cold grin flash when the night get tense. I don't chase beef, I don't need no offense. Mind too sharp, I can see through pretense. Your whole mask cracked from a single event.
No breath hit when the vibe feel wrong. Been in dark places where the fear grew strong. World top pain, but I drag it along. Turn that way into part of my song.
Walk slow, dark eyes, I don't play with the weak. Low voice cut deep every time that I speak. You bark loud, but your energy cheap. One step wrong and you're falling asleep.
Yeah. One glance sharp, make your whole plan break. Street run cold, I don't give, I just take. You move sloppy, that's a fatal mistake. I move silent, let the tension awake. Ain't bare hands ready when the talk get bold. Chest stay heavy, but my heart stay cold. Life hit hard and the nights got old. Still I walk proud with a mind made of stone.
Step two